Hi, I'm Jason Dotson, your local listing pro, and welcome to Checking Out Chandler. Today we are getting to know Oliver. We've got a bunch of great questions to get to know our spokesperson Oliver a little bit better. So as we kick off, first question for you, Oliver, how old are you?
I'm 22 years old. We ostriches can live to be between 50 and 75 years old, so I'm not even ready to have my midlife crisis yet.
Awesome. How can you tell a male ostrich and a female ostrich apart from each other?
Well, as a very handsome and strapping ostrich specimen, believe me, I can always tell the difference. But for you humans who might need a little help, the guy ostriches have black feathers with white tips on their wings and tails. The ladies are more light brown and gray in color. When mating season comes along, we dudes will sport bright red beaks and shins, and sometimes our necks will turn red too.
Very informative. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do, and we all still live in the Chandler area. Well, except for my brother Orville, who decided to spread his wings and head off to Las Vegas. We only see him at the Ostrich Festival anyway. I have two sisters, Olga and Una, and I have two brothers, besides Orville, Otis and Oscar. Oscar was named after our great-grandpappy.
All right, well, Oliver, does it bother you that you cannot fly?
This is an interesting question, and it's one that people like to ask me all the time. Actually, other birds will ask me too. Especially those cheeky little hummingbirds that zip all over in the air like they own the place. Honestly, it does not bother me one bit that I can't fly. We are the tallest and the heaviest birds in the world. And we are really good looking, and we can run up to 40 miles an hour. With that much perfection under our wings, who needs to fly?
Sounds good. I once read that ostriches lay really huge eggs. Is that true?
Yes, an ostrich egg will weigh between 3.5 and 5 pounds, and the white and yolk inside is equivalent to about 2 dozen chicken eggs. So, if you're hoping to make a really huge omelet, or have a bunch of cookie dough to make, ask a friendly local ostrich farmer to see one of our eggs. You'll save tons of time not having to crack all of those tiny little eggs.
Very interesting. So, do you prefer hanging out by yourself, or do you like hanging out with other ostriches?
Of course. I love my family and everything, but in the winter, I do like to spend the cold months by myself. It's kind of a male ostrich thing. We often head off for some solo dude time in the winter, and then we get back together with everyone just in time for breeding season. The Ostrich Festival is always held in the springtime, so I always look forward to meeting the lovely ladies during that event.
All right, well, you are quite the little ladies' man. So, are there any misconceptions about ostriches that you would like to clear up?
Great question. Actually, there are a couple of things. You know how when you can Google your name to see what comes up? Well, I did that the other day, and up came a Wikipedia article that said we ostriches only live in Africa. Obviously, that is not the case for me and my family, and a bunch of other ostriches who are proud to call Chandler home. Secondly, we do not bury our heads in the sand. That is something that is shown in a lot of cartoons and the like, but it's not true. When we want to hide or just get away from it all, we will lie flat on the ground, we will put our head and neck flat to the ground as well, and just chill. And we do not stick our heads down in the sand. After all, we do need to breathe.
Well, very interesting. Thank you, Oliver, so much for joining us today on our episode of Checking Out Chandler, and we really appreciate you being our Chandler spokesperson. This is going to put me in a psych ward after this for interviewing a stuffed animal.
Great question. Actually, there's a couple of things you...
It is first time. It is understandable. First time on camera. You'll be all right, buddy. And how can you tell a male and a female ostrich apart from each other?